Hey guys, welcome to another week where I am going to be giving you some messages for this upcoming week and what you need to know. Just the overall energies and things that I'm tapping into. If you don't know who I am the Mystic Mover. I'm an energy coach and a spiritual healer. I'm going to be providing you today some oracle and tarot messages to be able to help you, maybe shine some light on your situation. If this doesn't resonate for you, please visit mysticmelaninshop.com and you can book a private reading. Also, I am still working on my shadow workbooks. They're going to be completing by the end of this week. I've been doing so much that I missed one of my deadlines, but it's all good because I haven't forgot about my people. I will be making sure those workbooks are uploaded. They're digital. You can download them to your computer so you can print them off, and they won't be long. They'll be just something to help you start gaining clarity on your path. So jumping right into the reading for today, the overall energy of the reading is definitely reminding you how powerful you are. You are a powerhouse. And sometimes powerhouses can get weak. You know, after asserting so much power and pushing so much energy, over time, just like any device, the energy starts to deplete. But this is a message of reminding you that the depletion is only an opportunity for you to re-up, to refill yourself and recharge yourself and go harder than before. So in the first half of this reading, we have that your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. And we also have indecision, the indecision card. The indecision card says that I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So let's look at these two energies right here. So there's something that you've been working on, and it does not have to be something physical. Please understand that any effort that we put out into the universe, that is considered an energy exchange. So whatever you've been working towards, you could be working towards how you respond to certain things. You could be working towards revamping your home life, rebuilding your finances. You could be working on recentering your energy. There's a lot of aspects in which you could be working on, but the spirit is saying that your hard work is paying off. Whatever this section or sector of your life is, it is something that you have been consistently working towards, and it's something that you didn't start off with all of the knowledge and the power that you have now, but you're walking into it now. You're starting to feel settled, and it could be feeling so settled to where you feel like you're not doing anything at all. But this is only confirming that you have you've received the lessons and you were able to put everything into play. And what I mean by that is, sometimes when we reach a certain level in our ascension, we begin to things will get quiet a little bit. But you've built muscle, and you didn't even realize that you built these muscles because now everything is so effortless to the point where you think that, okay, maybe I'm just spinning my wheels. This is not working. But the spirit is letting you know that your hard work is paying off, and that is a way for you to know that the hard work has been received. Is when you start to feel like, okay, what's next? What do I got to do next? But the spirit is also letting you know, do not allow how hard you've worked and the things that you've learned and everything that you've accumulated up until this point bring you to a point of indecision. So although you work very, very hard to change certain aspects of your life, each level that you upgrade to, your intuition is going to be required at that level. It does not matter what level it is. If you come from making six figures and you start now making millionaire revenue, you're still going to need your intuition, because your intuition is bringing these things to you and attracting these things to you. So there's a message of being indecisive. So you could be going back and forth about even just trusting your own self, going back and forth on, am I really ready? Have I really done the work? Is this really what the universe is telling me to do? Is this? Tap into your intuition. Silence the noise of your mind. This is going to be very important because the logical mind is not going to be able to perceive the things in which the spirit is going to be guiding you towards. You're going to need some level of spiritual and supernatural thinking in order for you to digest all of the things that you're going to be receiving. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. There is nothing in your life right now in which your intuition will not guide you through. You have to be open and receptive and acknowledging that I have a power on the inside of me that supersedes anything that I can see, that I can touch, that I can feel. And this power is only getting stronger as we lead up into the Lion Gate portal, which is actually open, but the strongest day is going to be on Monday. So keep your head on. Keep going in the direction that you feel has worked for you thus far. It's not time for you to second guess and question. You need to be keeping a journal, not just because you're expressing and releasing things, but you're also showing a stamped in timeline. So there may be 10 weeks ago, I may have received a certain download that now that I've been through all of these different lessons, tests, that I kind of got disconnected from the message. But it's very important that you have something that you can look back on to remind you like, okay, cool, this is where I need to be. Now, getting into the tarot, we have the High Priestess, which of course that confirms your indecision and your intuition. You already know whenever the High Priestess shows up in a reading, the High Priestess is always here to let you know that there is something deeper than what it is that you can touch, that you can feel, that you will know, that people will be able to express to you. It speaks about divine happenings. When you're going places, when you're doing things, there's already a foundation laid out for you. However, you have to be in tune and tapped in with this energy in order for it to be something that happens effortlessly for you. The next card that I have is the Eight of, make sure this is 8. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is talking to us about there being a completely new way of thinking, living, and being. It's in reverse. So when we talk about the swords, we're always talking about communication. We're always talking about mental energy. And what's happening is, up until this point, in the ways in which you've grown, in which you've worked, in which everything has completely shifted and did a 360 for you, there are still some self-limiting beliefs that will be holding you back. It is asking for you to tap into the energy of what you feel is available to you now that you've grown, now that you've achieved so much more. There is going to be a point in your life where it's going to be required for you to have a new perspective. You can't think the way you used to think. You can't approach things in the same way. There is a level of maturity, spiritual maturity, that you have to integrate into your life right now, because guess what? You're not going to be able to perceive things the same way you used to, with the same mind that you have. You don't even have the same attitudes, the same mindsets, the same emotions. You're going to have to release the things that are no longer serving you, the thoughts, the ideas, whatever you're holding on to that has always held you back. It's a great time to release those things right now, because the High Priestess is assisting you with being able to move in a new direction, in a new way, something that you didn't think that was possible for you, now all of a sudden becoming possible for you. And it can be ground shaking to those self-limited beliefs. How did I get here? It happened so fast that now I'm in a position where I have to reassess who I am, what I believe, what I know. The next that we have here is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is asking you to bring an awareness to balance. I wrote some notes. Oh, yeah, it's just confirming with this. It's confirming this. Removing any goals, any thoughts, any heart energy that's not in alignment with the goals in which you're now achieving. So you've been through this process of filtering out a lot of things, and some things you may not even realize that you have filtered out. You changed your whole way of thinking. You've changed your whole way of being. You come more in tune with what you want, where you're going. Like it was put in your face where you had to make these decisions. You had to Even if we've been pushing things under the rug for years, we've just come out of a phase where we had to start making new decisions. We had to start looking at our life from a different perspective and making decisions for our life. And it happened at the heart center. We started to feel uncomfortable with ourselves, with our lives, with where we are. And that was not happening for just no reason. It's happening because you are being guided to a completely new timeline. And this is asking you to balance that awareness now. I know the things that I know, but how can I use those things or use all of the lessons, all of the information that I received and make it make sense for where I am now? Pay attention to the things that you're holding on to out of self-limited beliefs or out of fear, out of whatever emotion that you may be holding. Pay attention to those things, because those things right now are what you need to work on in order for things to become more harmonized in your life. The last card I had was the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is talking to you about there being a calling in your life that you cannot run from anymore, it's time. This in reverse, it's the it's time call. It's the it's time message. That's what it's saying. It is time. Whatever you have been being prepared for, right now it's another level for that. It's time. It's just like graduating and getting a job in the role. It's time to show that everything that you've done up until this point, you can apply it in your life, apply it in actions. It's time, not just for you, but to be able to lead a community, lead people. Like, there's people who don't have the faith and the belief that you do, but as you work your gifts and as you move and do all of the things that you are feeling in your body, and it does not have to necessarily be something that you're doing like a work. It could be how you elevate your resources or how you are healing on a soul level. All of these things, you're touching other people, and now it is the time for you to answer the call. Yes, I wrote this down too. It says that your impact is being requested. There, you are a being that has a domino effect. That's not something to be taken lightly. It is time for you to use your ability and your power on the inside in order for you to start touching generations that are going to be, let's see, how am I saying this? Generations past yours, generations to come, legacies in the future. You are creating, you are building a foundation. You are the foundation for a lot of future legacies. Also, your influence is mandatory. Your influence is mandatory. This is why the Spirit is reminding you that you have to clear all of this out. You have to clear out the self-limited beliefs. You have to gain balance in your life, and you have to accept the call. And how do we do this? Through the High Priestess. Through the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the intuitive being, through the spirit, through the soul, through that inner knowing that things are changing. I am aware. I create an awareness that things are changing for me at a rapid rate. Let me emphasize rapid, because things are going to start happening very fastly. And that is the importance of meditation right now, nature right now, clearing things away from you that do not serve you right now. You do not want things in the mix. When the Spirit is trying to guide you and give you intuitive downloads and messages, you don't want that, because then you don't get the full message, and then you find yourself frustrated, and then it's either evolve or repeat. And if you anything like me, evolution is needed. So I hope you have enjoyed these quick messages. Remember, you are kings and you are queens. You are guided energy. There's nothing impossible for you. There is nothing that you can't do, that you can't heal. We're self-healers. We are a part of nature. So Ashe, and I hope you have a great week.